Hey, what's up guys? It's Marf and welcome back to another video. Today we got some bad news and some good news, so I'm going to start with the good news. Tomorrow, June 27th at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be casting the next North American Finals in Asphalt 9 for the Snapdragon Pro series. So I'm super excited to once again be back, and what's very special this time around is Furum will be joining me, so that's awesome. It's been a while since we've casted together, so I'm super excited about that, and we will be joined by the wonderful F. as our host. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be some awesome action. You guys certainly don't want to miss it. You can follow the link in the description to watch it live. And of course, it will be broadcast on the Asphalt official YouTube channel as well. But if you happen to miss it, it will be uploaded as a VOD to the Asphalt channel as well. So let's get into the very unfortunate news. So as you've read from the title of this video, there's something going on with Real Racing, and it's very unfortunate. So the studio behind Real Racing is called Fire Monkeys, and that was an EA studio acquired a very long time ago. It actually used to be two studios. They combined to become the Fire Monkeys, and they were behind the original Real Racing franchise and of course the latest installment, and they also were responsible for the mobile Need for Speed ports. Those were really awesome, I do have to say. So what's the news? Well, earlier this month, around June 2nd or 3rd, there were a ton of articles flooding the internet about how EA is supposedly laying off a vast majority of the studio. And it's reasonable to assume that as part of this, Real Racing will be canceled. And what they're going to be focusing on is, I believe, The Sims. In terms of what will happen to the current games, it seems like the development will be moved to another studio. But the next big installment in Real Racing will be canceled as far as we can assume. Now, it's actually interesting because we did have a beta and it was called Real Racing Next. That happened all the way back in 2021, I believe. So it's been a very long time since we've heard anything about Real Racing, and it's very unfortunate that now that we're hearing about it, well, it's probably been canceled. Now, Real Racing Next boasted pretty much an overhaul of the graphics system. The handling model, I believe, was improved as well, but the main point of it was to bring Real Racing into the next decade, because Real Racing 3, I believe, is 10 years old, which is a very old and long amount of time. Now, the game is still held up very well. In fact, I made a video about it, so you can check that out on my channel. But it is obviously an aging game, and any game that's 10 years old is going to need some tweaks in order to keep it fresh. And Real Racing had a whole new game up its sleeve in order to fix that problem, and this layoff is definitely going to affect that. Now again, there hasn't been a specific press release or any official comment from EA about what the future of the franchise or the Real Racing Next game itself will be, but laying off 2/3 of a studio is a big deal, and that pretty much cans most, if not all, of the big projects that they had in mind. The only official thing that we got from EA is that they are making some changes to the structure of Fire Monkey Studio, which isn't very specific. Alright, well, it's unfortunate that Real Racing 4 has been canceled, but what does that mean about Need for Speed? Because like I said, the Fire Monkey Studio was responsible for all of the previous Need for Speed mobile ports. Now, that is interesting because we do have a Need for Speed mobile that is up and coming, but it's, I believe, published by Tencent. The developers are, I believe, also going to be based in China, so that is not going to be developed by the Fire Monkey Studio, which, well, it's very unfortunate because I thought they did a really good job, but their last Need for Speed seems like it's going to be No Limits. Now, just talking about that Need for Speed mobile game for a second, there was actually a recent beta only a week or so ago. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in because it is Chinese only. And that is the problem, is it's speculated that at the moment the game will also be Chinese only. So not only the beta, but the full release will only be limited to China, which is very unfortunate because it looks like it's a mishmash of the AAA Need for Speed games, but on mobile, which would be really cool. And that's something that a lot of players wanted for the franchise on mobile. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens to that game. Will Tencent globally release this game? I'm still unsure. I really hope they do because that would be neat, but who knows? So there's the unfortunate news, guys. I just wanted to report on that because I know a lot of you guys really like the Real Racing franchise, and I do too. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of arcade racing compared to sim racing, but I have a very big place in my heart for nostalgia for the Real Racing franchise, and I'm very sad to see it go, at least for the time being. who knows, it is a very big name on mobile, so I wouldn't be surprised if many years down the line, maybe rumors of another Real Racing 4 come about, but unfortunately, at the moment, it seems like there won't be a new game in the franchise for a while. Alrighty guys, I hope you found this video informative. I'm not gonna ask if you guys found it enjoyable because I assume that that is just very unfortunate news for most of you guys, but anyway guys, thank you for watching. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button and of course like this video so YouTube doesn't smite me, and I will see you guys in the next video.